Understood? Play Olympia, y bueno suerte, touch him up, let's have a great fight.
Already it has been a tumultuous evening in camp, wrapped ever, and of course Pacquiao's hand. Members of Pacquiao's camp believed they saw, and State Athletic Commission. The Athletic Commission had to bring the king and ephedra-based substance in the dressing room. Whether Margarito has taken a banned substance, and Pacquiao ever considered not interested.
Starting with a decent jab.
Pacquiao.
I see the size difference. It's a big factor.
Power, does it not?
Yes, it does.
So he has a better chance to ring in boxing with Manny Pacquiao. But
the most dominant punch in the fight has been his left jab.
And the last thing people...
Manny needs to try to catch tonight. I see the physical side seems to be a big...
Margarito's arms and head down.
Well, one item.
Margarito has thrown almost exclusive.
Margarito has shown a good jab, especially early in the round.
Right up the gut and landed it on Margarito's face.
Margarito's too.
Jabs out of 53 punches.
I gave the round slightly to Pacquiao because he let goes on from Margarito.
Margarito in round one seems very low to some of his fights, notably the Paul Williams fight. Stand in the middle of the ring and box with Manny Pacquiao. Has not tried to dress
from a big man.
The size has been a bit
more than we're used to seeing hit in recent fights.
Yeah, and here Margarito punching up could be a factor in the fight.
Margarito had when he fought Cotto.
I mean, you're not supposed to be on the ropes against.
That was the first time that Pacquiao found his body again. Put you back on the ropes. Never.
To toe more with some of the great Mexican fighters that he beat.
Good left hook inside by when he gets close. Uppercuts.
This is why when you asked me, did Margarito have
a man this big? Delectable experience, perhaps, from Margarito. Round though for Manny Pacquiao. You heard Freddie Roach saying to Pacquiao a little more
vulnerable, and he's looked a little.
Margarito still fighting for him, an unfamiliar fight that will bother Pacquiao. First 3 rounds, Margarito's jab is bombed. Another one. Pacquiao power, none of these punches. Good. There, then moves away. Now his back is against the ropes. Margarito using the hand speed advantage to get Margarito off of it.
That is not going to happen. He's got to eventually catch him with a clean shot. But in the meantime,
Pacquiao's discovered in this round is that Margarito's gloves are split, and he distance between himself and Margarito in CompuBox numbers. That was a very good round for
Pacquiao. Jim, I love the guy's power. He ain't there. You know, that's good. Throws the left and he steps to the side. So when Margarito comes...
Margarito's doing well in spots and rounds, but I haven't seen a round I thought, oh, maybe Margarito.
But he's got to be prepared to, it maybe have to...
Several times, according to interpreter Jerry Olaya, he has no... as he has a big red welt under his right eye. So Pacquiao can do that. And Pacquiao's beginning to land with almost every punch.
Margarito. Is Pacquiao maybe younger and better? Just
he heard it with a body punch.
Margarito around the ring.
But he's beating Margarito up in this round. Pacquiao is fully in control now. True.
Pacquiao hurt it with a body punch, I think, and everybody took all of the stuff.
Relative to his opponent, has never stopped punching like he means it.
No, very seldom do they penetrate.
Pacquiao stood still.
Losing, but seemed like that one body punch.
Coming into the fight, one of the ones I found most interesting was from Joshua Clottey.
Even though he was being outpointed, seemingly with that shot, he never has recuperated.
Landed 43 of 62 power shots. Demonstrate.
Doesn't just waste punch.
Number of punches ever landed on Antonio Margarito in a single round.
Yeah.
Margarito going to the body against the rope. Like his fight against Cotto, and here comes Pacquiao. Fight against him.
Well, Pacquiao's hitting him harder.
Or jolted Margarito with a left hand there. Jolts him.
Spirit is something to behold.
Unbelievable rings.
And Margarito, he said, look, I hope he goes up to 180. Every pound he had didn't have a lot of snap on his punches, did he?
That's right. Margarito.
He's a southpaw. It wasn't a left hook to the body. It's a left cross. But the bottom
Margarito staggered.
That one shot to the body seemed to have changed the fight tremendously.
Great shot. Another great round for Pacquiao. Make things worse. That's the eye out of which Margarito has to per round for Antonio Margarito, who at the height of his career a few years ago was average punching boxing.
You know what? And not just speed.
And when you start to get hit hard, Pacquiao moved from side to side.
This is what I said he should do continually.
Side to side.
That didn't work, so he started moving right.
Pilgrimage to Las Vegas to watch Manny Pacquiao fight. Impressive, he said, easy, the footwork. I've never seen any athlete.
Those angles are balanced positions that he's in.
Margarito.
Something of a breather this round, it appears to me.
But he's winning the rounds, winning all of them.
Now Margarito, as he's tasted for a moment the advantage of having Pacquiao against, fights his way out of it. Bloodies Margarito some more.
A lot of blows and poor little Manny was trying to get away from him, but he was landing shots body.
Yeah, as close as that sixth round was, Manny Pacquiao still there. Margarito feels every time he gets hit on that swollen eye. I mean,
but you got those rounds that is called comparative rounds. I thought Manny won it.
I think it's Freddie Roach's nightmare. I think it might be Bob Arum's nightmare.
Pacquiao loves it. It might be Freddie Roach's nightmare to get trapped in that fight. But I think
unbelievable. So, and he's what we call a natural. Been getting with a good trainer that really improved him like Freddie did.
Boxing for 24 years.
He does it all and fights everybody. That's what I like about him. See what he had possibly go in a 12-round decision only because of Margarito's
win a unanimous decision, and there'd be a lot of nervous moments in it.
And
you may be on target,
or you may be the way his face looks.
Margarito's hanging in, and he's having backed him off again. Two more big power box numbers in round 7. Pacquiao 45 of 104, hit landing at 44%. Harold
Leonard had his defense up all that time, and he penetrated to defensive.
World-class, one-handed fighter. Margarito banging. Pacquiao fighting back with his backhand with the left. Margarito nods at cross straight on the bad eye. And another one. Right on that.
I've trained in the gym with Margarito, and what he trains.
Low blow there.
This fight. Because that's his biggest factor, is fighting while he's tired.
And speaking of redemption for Margarito, so far this has been a measure of success. Fighting in spots the way we used to see him knock out good opponents.
He said, man, he may have edge, but it's going to be a hard fight. I talked to Miguel earlier today. Miguel said this is going to be a very tough fight.
For a fight that's being won fairly one-sidedly by Pacquiao.
Here it is, left uppercut, which is his weakness, right up through the center.
At 35 out of 65, that's sensational. Harold Letterman continues to give every round. Are the most anybody's ever landed against Manny in one round from a guy who outweighs himself. And he's getting tired.
Yeah.
He ran out of gas. Championship after having won the featherweight, lightweight.
It's just a bigger man can absorb the punches a little better than a smaller guy, but a regular 140 pound.
And smart strategy of Pacquiao.
But, you know, once he gets in the ropes, Margarito uses his physical strength to rough him up.
At this point. And that Pacquiao landed some great hooks.
A lot of guys that let guys miss punches, but they don't take advantage of it the way that he does.
Under his eye, Margarito, you saw in that replay.
Have it so far.
I still got it a shutout. 90 to 81, 9 rounds to nothing. He's been really aggressive. Just
arguing with each other about what was Manny Pacquiao, guy 17 pounds bigger than himself. Touching him up, beating him up.
17 pounds.
Right. He's a former flat.
That Margarito's 17 pounds bigger.
Texas State Athletic Commission to make Margarito shave off the beard. Which that's a fighter.
He's putting it on Margarito right now.
Manny.
Mentally and physically fatigued, both. And this
that was a right hook from Pacquiao.
Yeah, but I think it's a good chance that Pacquiao may stop him in the next couple of rounds. Counter right hook. which is, as I said earlier, one of the best punches. Straight left through the center, complete fighter.
Once he added the to stopping the fight.
Vito, even though he could have gotten out of this fight a million, not just doing it as a show for the, no, he's hopelessly behind and getting
no head movement at all. The referee, there's no hit.
Landed a shot, looked toward Coles.
Good job, I think. It's right that you can't stop it yet. Because as long as the guy's punching back, but at this stage here, he's being out punched, but the referee has the way of a few more.
Margarito's eye at this moment, it's his brain.
If the referee stopped, there wouldn't be any complaint, but I just don't think.
Bryant Brannon. Jones actually asked the referee, when in the heck are you going to, or if he wanted the fight stopped, he said no, wanted the fight to the finish. Same thing here, number of shots he's taking now. Flush on an already badly brutalized. He won of 75 power shots in the last round, meaning.
It's like Joe Calzaghe.
Some of the greatest fighters in history have done this.
Joe.
How's pulling his punches now. Absolutely. And Pacquiao is going to let him finish the fight.
He's an accurate puncher. He won. For years, Sugar Ray Leonard wouldn't fight Marvin Hagler down against Duran and Mugabe. Then he took the fight.
Hard to say because he's fighting such different guys. Make clear who's still dominant. Manny Pacquiao, the citizen of the world. That's the man. And we're done. Margarito has